Oh, I'm still tired. Morning, everyone. It's Nicky Hawkins. The morning after the game. And I'm still tired. I'm still tired, and it was a long way to a long way. It was a late night for not a lot, if I'm honest with you. The performance from West Ham last night wasn't great, but I'm going to say this now. I'm going to say this straight off the bat. This is a revolution. This is a complete overhaul of the West Ham side. We're making signings left, right, and centre. Somerville came in yesterday. Obviously, he hasn't joined up yet. We've still got players coming back. We've still got players out, first team players. And Lopetegui is trying to grasp what he needs um, to fit the style of play. Listen, you can see the new style of play. You can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to be a higher press. He's trying to be uh, a little bit more is it tiki taka? Is that the word? Tiki taka? One touch football, but it's not going to come, and we have to be patient. It's not going to come straight away. As I said, he's still trying out players. Some of the meltdown I've seen on social media today is, I think, completely unjustified. Listen, the geezer needs a chance. The geezer needs a chance to get his foot in the door. You know what I mean? Like the same people I see moaning about not getting it right straight away and this, are the same people that were saying that we should have kept on David Moyes. And in my opinion, um, this is a different era for West Ham. This is a different time for West Ham. This is something that's going to progress us on for West Ham. And they wanted to keep him on. He'd had 4 years to get this right, and he hadn't got it right. Um, it's obvious, yeah, that there are some players that just don't fit the system. I think Soufal, although I don't think he was as bad as some people made out yesterday, he did struggle at times. And with the high energy, the high press, and what he wants his midfield, the energy that he wants his midfield to get to give, it's quite obvious, and the passing ability, it's quite obvious that some people just haven't got it. Thomas Soucek, for me, um, can't play in this system. He can't pass the ball properly. He hasn't got high energy, and the same for James Ward-Prowse. James Ward-Prowse just hasn't got that energy. He won't work in this system, although he has got the passing ability. He's not going to work in that role, the role that Lopetegui wants him to play. Um, let's be honest, Kilman struggled. He got done by Edouard for the third goal. The players I was impressed with, and the player that obviously keeps on surprising me because I thought this was the beginning and the end for Mickey, is Mickey Antonio. Great finish. Ones that he normally misses. Um, it was a bad mistake by Anderson, but yeah, he normally misses them ones, but he did. But he give good energy, And I think Lopetegui would be looking at that, thinking, "Oh, you know what? Maybe he's got a future here." Fulkrug looks like it's almost done. I think there's a medical booked for him. Him and Rodriguez. We're still chasing Wan-Bissaka. This is a lot of players for a new manager to bring in. It just goes to show how much in dire straits we are. We looked bad defensively. Let's be honest. I think Mavropanos, I didn't think he had a good game. I didn't like him at all. I think Aguero, when he came on, was awful. Although I've been quite impressed with Aguero in pre-season. I think he's looked a little bit more, um, sort of more committed. Yesterday he looked awful. We was getting done in patches. There was low press in the box. Too much time on the ball. We got a little spell in the end of the first half, beginning of the second half, where we started to press them a little bit, but ultimately a lot of the game was Crystal Palace. Listen, we did play earlier on in the day, and we won 3-0. Bowen was in that team. Paquetá was in that team. We've still got Alvarez to come back, who I think is a key man in midfield. If you want that energy, that drive, just that commander in and around that midfield area, I think he's the man. And I think Lopetegui is going to, want him to come in straight away. I think Rodriguez will come in straight away. Somerville, there's a lot of options for him now, but I can see a few of these players being out on the area. And I think James Ward-Prowse and Thomas Soucek are not going to get a lot of game time next season, in my opinion. But be patient. Be patient. This is a new era. There's a lot of new players coming in. There's a lot of players that ain't back. He hasn't had the whole squad to pick from in one game. Areola hasn't played. He's a big player. I think Fabianski. Listen, Crystal Palace scored two wonderful goals last night. That header was superb, and the Edouard goal was superb. But Fabianski, look, he's coming to the end of his time in a West Ham shirt. Let's be honest, we are. He's not going to be playing a lot. Areola just hasn't been available. I think he played in the earlier game, but he hasn't been available due to his participation in the Euros. But it's all coming back together. Let's be patient. Let's not be reactive. Let's not have a meltdown. And that's coming from Nicky Hawkins, the biggest reactory meltdown person in the world. But listen, enjoy your breakfast or lunch or dinner or whatever it is. Enjoy your Sunday. We've got one more friendly. Don't know how many people are going to, not a lot. And then we kick off the season. Let's start when we get these players together. I think it's going to be a good season for West Ham, but let's see what we can do later on down the line. Do not overreact over these friendlies. We've lost the Stateside Cup. Big deal. Anyway, enjoy your breakfast. Good morning. Nice to be back. One thing left to say. Come on, you wines.